entertainer. So, Knerd Star, how you doing?
I'm doing great, actually. I'm so excited to be on your show today.
Oh wow, hey, I'm doubly excited that you are here. So, how you been?
Actually, I've been great. I've been working on my anti-bullying campaign and just working on my album.
Okay, now I met you at a function called Teens What's the Rush. I had Sherelle and Ramon. Yeah, I had Sherelle Anderson on here and Andrea. I had them all.
Right,
I had them
right.
all here, and we had a great interview. And then they invited me to come out, and it was very good. And I saw you perform, and I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, this girl, she looks like Urkel. I mean, I'm like, that's what caught me because she got the look, the glasses, the hair, and she's out there doing her thing and whatnot. So, first of all, tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a 12-year-old entertainer. I write, dance, act, sing, whatever you want me to do, I can do it. I just like to make people smile and have everybody entertained. So that's basically Knerd Star. I got started a long time ago in Mississippi. Me and my uncles were just playing in the living room, and as I got older, I became more and more of an artist, and I told my mom I really want to push this as a career.
Okay, because you have a very unique way to present yourself and the way to present your product. Dressing up like a nerd and so forth. But nerds are cool because hey,
Right.
nerds are the future of the country.
Right.
Because I know when I was growing up, people used to pick at me talking about, oh, you ain't nothing but a brainiac, and you ain't nothing but a nerd and all that stuff and all that stuff. And and that could be quite cruel in a sense.
Right.
It could be cruel. And I know that, like when I was growing up, when I was in high school, I used to get this all the time, but I'm the one that people want to help. I'm the one that they want help from when they got to study for tests or when they want
Exactly.
answers and stuff. And, and that's cruel, man, be ridiculed like that and so forth. Oh, you ain't nothing but a nerd. You ain't nothing but a nerd. You ain't nothing but a brainiac. So did you take now, is that you for real in school and you just took that as part of your act, or tell us about how Knerd Star came about?
Exactly. So whenever I was in school, I'm always smart, always getting A's, and people always wanted to pick on me and say that, oh, you're just so smart. And so that's where I got the actual name Nerd from. My name was originally Star, and there was a lot of people named Star. So I eventually named my name Knerd Star because I was very smart in school and I wanted to push that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you did because I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing as far as being in music, and I love what you're doing as far as your campaign for
Right.
anti-bullying. We're gonna get into that in a second. So when did you know that you wanted to get into music? When did you know that?
Actually, when I was very young, I used to play around, singing, dancing, and like I said, I just wanted to push it and make it more of a career for myself.
Okay, so do you have any influences, any musical influences that made you want to get into music or to be a performer?
Well, I was influenced by my uncle to become an artist, but I have a lot of inspirations like Roxanne Shante, Tupac, not just because I like his music, I like his flow, I like that he has a message in all of his music. I like a lot of old school people because that's where I want my messages to come from.
Well, what you know about Roxanne Shante and Tupac? That's something that was back in my day right there. What you know about that? Well, I guess you have older uncles, and because
Right.
when I was your age, I was introduced to older music myself. I was introduced to Elvis, the Beatles, Motown, and all that stuff, and that was way before my time. So I can understand. I can relate.
Right.
Wow. Okay. So wow. So Knerd Star. Tell us about what Knerd Star is supposed to represent. Tell us about that.
Nerd Star is supposed to represent the kids, of course. I love to just be an inspiration for a lot of kids around the world. I just want them to know that being smart is cool and that it's okay to have a bully. Just make sure you stand up to them and don't let them take over you.
Okay. Now, since you said that, now what are ways, now, of course, without being too graphic or violent or whatever, okay, do you feel, now there's various ways to handle bullies, okay, now are you the type that will engage, just if things get hot and heavy with a bully? Are you that type, or do you have that hidden that hidden defense mechanism that you would use if the case may be?
if they're pushing you around and beating you up trying to take your money or something, I would advise you to go to an adult or either handle the situation on your own, like a young adult will do, or stand up to the bully. You know, just tell him that it's not cool, or write him a letter, as I would say, write a letter. Hello, Mr. Bully, I'm just saying. Write him a letter. Just stand up to the bully. You can go to your principal, your mom, your dad, teacher, anybody. Just make sure you let somebody know.
Okay, so now what made you, because a lot of kids your age, you know, there's very few that want to do like activism work, like what you do, because you're kind of like an activist in a sense. Now, what made you want to choose, you know, this platform of anti-bullying? Was it, you know, the stuff that you have heard on the news? And you mentioned that. Now, I can't imagine you, a sweet thing like you, being bullied. I can't imagine it. But tell us about it.
Well, basically where the bullying thing came from is that I've seen it happen a lot of times with people at my own. I kind of put myself in the position when I actually wrote the song about bullying as if I was being bullied or if somebody was bullying me. So I basically took that and I made a song out of it. And the anti-bullying campaign is basically just to tell kids to stand up, or it's actually a pledge, everything that comes with the bullying campaign. So I really just want to let kids know that bullying is not cool.
It's not. It's really not. And it brings me back to an incident that happened in our backyard in DeKalb County, Georgia, about maybe 2-3 years ago. Where this kind of hit home because my niece and nephew used to go to the school where this happened. Where this about 11 years old, he was bullied. And he went through the proper channels by telling the teacher, telling the grown-ups what's going on.
Worse.
And it got worse. It got to the point where he committed suicide. He hanged himself. Oh. Yes, he hanged himself. It happened at was it Dunner Elementary?
Yeah.
It happened. Okay. He hanged himself, and it got to the point where he wanted to end his life. And when the investigation went through, the school ruled that it wasn't our fault that it happened, but it's documented that he went through the proper channels. So what you're trying to do is it trying to prevent stuff like this from happening? Because there's kids, I mean, you hear a whole bunch of stories about kids your age and younger wanting to commit suicide. Right. Now, when I was growing up, and you could probably ask your mother, we wasn't hearing about stuff like that.
Exactly.
And so is that part of what you are trying to bring to the table?
I'm trying to let kids know that you don't have to go to that level of committing suicide, because if it's getting worse, then all I have to say is just to keep pushing to make it better. Because committing suicide is not gonna help anything. It's just gonna, it's just gonna end your life and gonna make you probably not gonna go to heaven because you just committed suicide.
Right. This is Knerd Star on the Brother T Show. Knerd Star is a special guest, and she's gonna perform later. So Knerd Star. I know that you're getting some attention with what you're doing. You know, I know your parents are proud of you. I know your peers gotta be proud of you. But let's ask about how your peers and your friends and the people that know you, how do they feel about what you're doing as Knerd Star?
Well, my friends are like crazy about it. They're just like, "Oh, I want to come to your show. When's your next show? Can I come with you? I don't have a ride. Can I ride with you? Can I come? I want to come." Like that's how they are, and I respect that to them. Like I am so proud that I have friends that actually care about what I'm doing, because some friends could put you down in what you're trying to do. Some friends could even just tell you that it's not going to work and that you're not going to make it anywhere. So I'm so happy that I have people in my life that actually care about what I'm doing.
All right. One of y'all ladies, y'all have a question for Miss Star? Yeah, go ahead.
I want to commend you for what you are doing, because when me and India were 12, we were the bullies. we were the mean girls. And so, like, now that we're 16, like, we've grown up and we see how it is, I want to commend you because you're doing something big.
Right.
And you are going to be big, so don't stop.
Thank
you. You're helping a lot of people. Little D, probably you're
the people that can't speak up for themselves, they don't have that confidence to stand up to people. You are that girl.
Thank y'all so
Shout
much.
out to you, girl. You doing it.
You right?
Wait. I want to ask this. You two,
Oh yeah,
I can't,
believe it or not.
Okay, okay.
Believe it or not.
I can't imagine seeing you two girls because
That was us.
y'all worked with me, okay? And yes, people can change because
Right.
I wasn't always brother T, But you two were like that.
We were.
Yeah, we were. We were the girl.
We were the mean girls.
Yeah.
That was us. All
Wow,
through middle
Yeah.
school.
Right.
That was middle school.
wow! I did not know that. Wow. But now, getting back to what the girls were saying, I know when I was going to school, okay, and even now, you got boy on boy bullying. Okay, of course, I seen that all the time, as a boy. But now, in your opinion, and girls, y'all can chime in on this. In your opinion, which one you think is worse, boy on boy bullying or girl on girl bullying? Which one you think is
It
worse?
really doesn't matter. Bullying is.
I know bullying is bad, but they're both bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying one is better than the other. But in your experience and for what you see or for what you observe, do you think guy on guy bullying is bad, or do you think girl on girl bullying is worse? Which one do you think is worse out of the two?
I tell you, I think it's girl on girl.
Yeah.
Because girls can be so hurtful. I was watching a movie not too long ago. It was something about some teenage girls being bullies, and they could befriend you, and they befriended the girl, and she wasn't as popular as them. They were known as the popular girls at school, and she wasn't known as much as they was, but they brought her into her circle. This was all a setup from the beginning.
Okay.
They brought her into the circle, and they invited her over to one of the girls' house. At the girl's house, they jumped her, they beat her up, and they recorded this all on video camera and posted it everywhere on a computer.
Yeah, I think I've seen some incidents
She
like
watched
that.
too much Lifetime.
I love Lifetime.
She watched too much Lifetime.
I love Lifetime.
Hey, well, I mean, I watch it every now and then when
Yeah,
there's.
it's awesome.
But I do agree,
I
though.
do.
I
I
think
agree with
girls
girl on
are
girl, too.
way worse because girls, there are boys that you can use to get back at that girl.
Right.
There are so many ways, so many techniques. Girls just have twisted minds.
Exactly.
Well,
Like when a girl get on your bad side, it just turns and it's like, yeah.
Boys
all
just
of
wanna
this against her. Boys just want to fight boys.
And
That's
when
it.
they fight, it's all over.
And that's over. And they can be friends. That's
Okay.
it.
But girls, we
Girls,
wanna
it's that
continue
personal vendetta.
Yep.
It's going down for the rest of your life.
Yep.
well, I've always said this, and I've said this on the show, that the power of a woman is probably the greatest power on the face of this earth. I have
Yep.
said that, and I stand firmly on that. But wow, so I mean, girls just take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, they do. They would continue. They would drag it out. They would just make your life. They would make you just want to give up. They would just drag it all the way out. And now it's becoming
They will
where
find anything
Right.
to do to hurt you.
The
Right.
smallest thing.
Exactly.
Like where you work, we will show up.
we would show up at your
We
spot.
will show up and turn it out.
Every event that you
Where
are
it-
located at, we will
will
be
go
there.
Right.
Just the smile on your face.
Right.
Like that's just how it is.
Well, you know what? That come to think about it, that is kind of true because we guys, we just want to duke it out. We just want to fight and just get it over.
They
with.
don't really care about all
Right.
the stuff.
And they're friends the next day.
Right, and yeah, we might could be best buddies, eat a sandwich together or something like
Right.
that, But
Yep.
wow, I mean, come to think about it, wow.
Girls will.
Backstabbers too.
Yeah.
It don't stop.
Faith,
Doesn't.
make sure you make a note for me. Don't make mommy mad, anytime. Make a note, Faith. Remind me.
She's like, whatever.
Remind me, Faith. Don't make you or mommy mad. Well, I know I can't make her mad. Oh man, let me tell you about Faith. I don't know what I did. I forgot what I did to her, but man, she held a grudge against me one day. Matter of fact, it was another day that I beat you in the Madden game. And man, oh my goodness, man. But wow, I mean, that's interesting that you said girls are worse than guys when it comes down to that, as far as bullying and so forth.
Yes.
Wow. So, Knerd Star, we living in the electronic age right now.
Right.
And you hear about cyberbullying.
Oh Lord.
Okay, you hear about it. Now, when I was growing up, when I was your age, we wasn't even thinking about having computers in the home. The only thing that we had in our home close to a computer was a game system like Atari, and television, and as we got older, there was Sega Genesis, Nintendo and all that stuff. Now that we have personal computers, So cyberbullying. Now, when I first heard about it, I really couldn't understand. I'm like, okay, how can a person bully somebody on a computer? Now, is it that bad?
It's very bad. Like they can take pictures of you in school, put it up. They find anything to put up on you, especially girls. As we go back to girls, when girls are mad at each other, they're gonna find anything on the computer, anything to find of you, and post it up and say this is what she did or this is what he did, and that's what they do to make you mad.
I agree because we were freshmen.
We
were freshmen. They had somebody put off this website on like this Facebook page.
Okay.
And it was, I forget what it was called, but put a whole bunch of pictures up, like our profile pictures of everybody, and like wrote crazy stuff and like would write stuff on the walls, like gossiping. And we're all like, where is this coming from? Like, what is this?
Exactly.
And no one knew who it was, but it ended up being some boys.
But I was surprised. But go ahead, Indy. Yes, I'm saying.
Oh no, you go ahead.
But the thing that gets me is, you know, and maybe I'm thinking because I'm an adult and you know I don't get affected by what people say to me, but young people is different. But I was thinking that, well, wow, so somebody posting lies about you on the computer could really be damaging
to your reputation.
Exactly.
And I guess that just go back to the theory that a lot of people believe what's on the internet.
They do.
Wow.
That's what everybody goes to. I mean, every day, everybody is on the internet.
It's something different every day.
Exactly. Facebook, Twitter, anything you're on, somebody is on there, and
it all starts with drama at school. Like drama happens, and everybody's going on there talking about each other. Then it goes out to somebody else, and it's crazy.
Right.
Now, Knerd Star, let me ask you this. Now, people know, like I asked you, your peers, they know what you're doing. Now, have you got any resistance from people at school about what you talking about? I mean, girl, whatever.
Way too much of it. Like, it's so many people that try to put you down, but you gotta stay up. Because they can talk about me, they can say all this stuff about me, but when I make it big, they're gonna be the ones in my face asking me, okay, so when are you getting your paycheck? No, I don't remember you ever being there for me. Like, they're gonna always come back.
Right. Wow. Well, I mean, I'm learning some stuff. I'm for real. I'm learning some stuff, and wow. So, Knerd Star. So, what's your ultimate goal that you want to get out of your anti-bullying campaign? What's the ultimate goal? Like, do you want to, take this national? Do you want to meet the president, or do you want to take this thing? Tell us what's your ultimate goal out of this whole campaign? What's your ultimate goal?
I really just want kids all over the world. I just want this whole bullying thing to end. Like, I don't like it. It's not cool. And if I could meet the president, I'd like to meet the president.
No matter who,
Obama.
Well, no matter who it is, you wouldn't mind meeting them, right?
Right.
Whoever the president is, but if the president gets a second term, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's next for you? What's next for Knerd Star?
What's next for Knerd Star? Well, my album, like I said, my anti-bullying campaign. I'm doing a lot of shows every weekend. I'm booked, like, for anything. A lot of stuff is coming up, but I will be sure to keep you guys posted on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and stuff like that.
Okay, and I got a copy of your EP right here. Got 5 tracks on here. You got the Nerd Swag, Wanna Be Me, Wildin' Out, Special Boy, and I noticed the song that I saw you performing, Mr. Bully. Now, tell us what is this song about, and what inspired you, or you wrote it? Did you write it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what inspired you to write that?
Well, this song basically came from just my perspective, as like I said, as if I was being bullied. I actually made it sound like I was writing a letter to the bully, and I was really just telling him that it's not cool, telling him that we should stop it. It's basically just standing up to a bully, making it seem like my mic stand is the bully and I'm gonna beat you up. I'm just playing.
Okay. Hey, speaking of mic stand, now you come in here. Let me tell you how she came in here.
Swag.
She came in. Yeah. Is that what y'all call it? Swag.
Swag.
Yo, she came here like what? At least she didn't have the Hollywood attitude. Okay.
Yeah.
Like. She ain't come here with the Hollywood attitude, but like, give me my coffee or give me a water, or I don't want brown M&Ms. I don't want, I'll see you in the set. No, she ain't had that. But she did come in. She got her own mic, which I'm thankful for that, you know. She got her own mic stand. Out of all the performers I had up in here, you're the only one that brought your own, pretty much your own equipment.
Right.
I'm surprised you didn't bring your own speakers and everything.
It's pink.
It's pink. It's like
pink.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's pink. I mean, at first I thought Prince was coming here. I thought Prince was in the car for a second. I'm like, wow. I'm like, yo. So you really gonna bring it today, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Of course, always.
Oh,
That's good.
and you know,
A game.
and she coming with confidence too.
Right, I like that. I love
She
a
coming
person
with confidence. I'm telling you, I seen her perform, and she comes in with confidence, and you know the people love her, they receive her, and you know she got the look, you know the nerdy look. But at the end of the day, she just, you know, you just a regular girl that you know just like to have fun and whatnot. You just your regular 12-year-old, right?
Yes, sir.
But you're not mean
No, I'm not mean.
like these two were.
Right. You do not want to be us. We made some girls cry. Like, we were mean. You don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, we gotta talk about that one day. You know.
Bad.
Oh wow, Knerd Star in the studio, and you gonna perform for us today, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, you really gonna bring it. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a commercial break, and maybe we'll give away some cool stuff later on the broadcast.
Let's do it.
Yeah, 888-690-1841. Knerd Star, you really, oh man, I can't wait for you to perform. Wow. And oh, by the way, one more question before I let you go. If anybody wants to get information on you, if they want to order your products, your CDs, if they want to get your tour dates, if they want to know where you're going, if they want to follow you, give us all the information. Plug away. Give us all the information.
Okay, you can first find me on Twitter. That's at Knerd Star, KNERDSTAR, swag. Facebook me, KNERDSTAR, and of course YouTube me. It's Chelsea TV. That's ITSCHELSEY TV. You can also find music on www.nerdstar.bandcamp.com. You can download it for free, and that's basically it.
All right. Okay. Cool. And just simply do what I did. Just go to Google and type in Knerd Star, right?
Google me.
Yeah. See, I like when people plug their stuff. You know. Yeah. Find me on Facebook. Find me on Twitter. Find me on MySpace. You know. Or find me on Bandcamp. I just say, hey. Or they could just go to Google, right? And just type you in. I mean, okay, Knerd Star, I'm ready. You know, we're gonna take a commercial break, and you're gonna come back and you're gonna give us a dose of what Knerd Star is about. And if you want to call in and talk to Knerd Star, 888-690-1841, 888-690-1841. BrotherTShow.com is the website if you want to see streaming live video, if you want to chat with me, if you want to send a message out, send a shout out, do so. And also, I will be giving away some cool stuff later on in the broadcast, man. And I definitely want to talk to these two girls during commercial break about, their past and stuff. I know everybody has a past, but I just cannot see these two girls, these two sweet girls that I got work with me. I just can't see it, but hey, everybody has a past. Anyway, let's take a break. BrotherTShow.com is the website. 888-690-1841 is the phone number. BrotherTShow.com is the website. Stand by.
Hey, this is Tracy Morgan from the Tracy Morgan Radio Show, and you're listening to my brother T, on the Brother T Show.